Hello YouTube and welcome to JC Bass Fishing Channel. Today I have a video for you on the rods that I use during this summer. So basically I'm gonna do my top 5 or 6 rods and lure setups that I use this summer. Usually people make this video before summer so you can get the lures, but this year I decided to fish through the summer and come up with my own lures that worked for me during this summer while I fish the different lakes right here around the Georgia, Alabama area. So without further ado, let's get into the top rods that I use this summer. Alright guys, welcome back to JC Bass Fishing Channel. For those of you that are subscribers, thank you for sticking by and always watching my videos. For those of you that just watching this video for the first time, hey, don't hesitate. Go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and hit that bell so you can get more videos as I keep on posting videos through the year. Try to do it every week, every 2 weeks, depending on my own experiences and how fishing goes for me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the first rod. The rods are not in any particular order. I'm just going to show you the top 5 or 6 rods that I used during this summer and the ones that helped me catch some good fish. So the first rod is a spinning rod. It's an Enigma Phantom Titanium. It's 611 with a Ardent Bolt 2000 spinning reel, and basically all it is a ace, a Gambler Lures ace in a wacky rig style, and I use the hooks that have the little weight head on the top. This is a 116, and I skip this under the docks, under the trees, under boats, anywhere I can sneak it into, I go ahead and cast it into that. It's got braid line, 15-pound braid line from Vicious Fishing, and I have a 8-pound leader on it. Depending on the area that you're fishing, I'm just gonna show it to you real quick. Depending on the area that you're fishing, if you require a thicker line because there's a lot of laydowns and trees in the water, I go up to about 10, maybe 12 depending, but usually my standard is 10-pound leader on this one, and it catches fish. Green pumpkin, black and blue, basic colors, and they get you some fish. So this is one of the rods that I use. My other rod that I use is a swing jig. I throw this everywhere from points, rocky areas, laydowns, brush piles, on top of brush piles, anywhere I can get it into, I've fished it. And I throw this on a 7-foot Enigma Aaron's Edge with a Ardent Apex Elite 6:5:1 ratio, and I use 14-pound fluorocarbon on it, and it worked for me this summer. Usually I use the white, and I use the white and chartreuse to mimic the bluegills, and sometimes also the green pumpkin for the bluegills and stuff like that. But other than that, these are the main colors that I use. Great setup. This rod is a medium heavy with a fast tip. It's got a lot of backbone on it, just the tip, so you can pull fish from anywhere, and it's very good setup. It gave me some good fish this summer, so that's another one that I used this summer. One that I use early in the morning before the sun came up, I threw this on the grass, laydowns everywhere early in the morning when the fish were still shallow. froggy. You got to get that frog out there. I used this 7.3 heavy action rod. It's an Enigma Aaron's Edge with 60-pound braid line and 731 Ardent Apex reel. Very, very good in the summer. I mean, you throw this in the grass lines early in the morning, and I guarantee you, you're gonna catch some fish. Yeah, I caught some real good fish this summer with this one. It's exactly this setup right here with this Pro popper, and it's got marks all over it right there in the top because it was giving me some good fish. So this is another setup that I used this summer, and it worked for me very good. I got some good fish out of this one too. Next one, this is an Enigma Phantom series. It's a 7.3 medium heavy, and I throw in this one the normal Texas rig worm. I use the 10-inch and the 13-inch gambler lure on a 7.3 ratio Apex reel, and I use 14-pound fluorocarbon on it. I get this faster reel because once I get the setup done, I need to bring that fish quick. Also, if the Texas rig is not working, I use the same rod over here, and I go ahead and hook up a Carolina rig on it, fish it real slow, drag it down in the bottom on the points, on the ledges, and you'll get you some fish. This color right here, plum apple or plum, it'll get you some fish in the summertime. I don't know what it is about this color, but they love this color in the summertime. So it's a good one right here too. Another one that I have been trying with is a heavy shaky head for the ledges and the points, and I'm using a Gambler speed worm on it, and I can also cut the tail on it so it'll look like an ace, but mainly I keep that tail on it because that tail is gonna waggle down there in the bottom, and when this is moving down there in the bottom, the fish will attack it, and it'll get you some good fish. All you have to do is throw it out there in the ledges and the points and drag it back real slow every once in a while. Jerk it a little bit so the tail makes some movement, and let it sit for a little bit. If you get it through the rocks or anything like that, once you go over the rock and it hits bottom again, leave it there for a little bit so the tail is going to be moving a little bit, and it's going to get you some fish. You're going to get some real hard hits on that. I throw this on a 7.3 medium heavy with an Apex Elite 6:1 ratio, and I'm using 17-pound fluorocarbon on this one. Mainly I use half-ounce shaky head or 3/4 ounce depending on the current. If you have a lot of current, I prefer to throw the 3/4 ounce, but if I don't have a lot of current, I go with a half-ounce and it'll do the job. So this is another setup that I use this summer. Green pumpkin, watermelon red, black and blue are mainly the colors that I threw, and it worked very good. And the last one, but not least, you can't fish in the summer ledges if you don't have your cranking stick. And this one is an Atomic 29 Enigma E-Glass. It's a 7-11, and I throw my Strike King 8XDs and 6XDs on this one. It's medium heavy. I use, depending if it's the 8XD, I use 12-pound fluorocarbon. If it is the 6XD, I try to use 10-pound fluorocarbon, and guarantee you're gonna catch some fish on this setup right here. This is basically, you can't go fishing, you know, ledge fishing or or fishing main points in a lake if you don't have a cranking rod on your arsenal. So you got to have this one. And mainly this color right here is the main color that I use this summer. It worked wonders for me this summer. I caught some good fish on this setup. So this is the last one, and the number 6, I think it is. Yeah, it's number 6. So these are the 6 rods that produce the most for me during the summer. It all depends where you're fishing. If you're fishing shallow, logically at least 3 of these rods are not gonna work for you. So you got to find other ways to fish when you're fishing shallow. But out of those 6 rods, 3 of them I use in the mornings when I was fishing grass line, shallow laydowns, rocky points, secondary points or something like that, docks, situations like that. Once I moved from shallow, the sun came up and the fish started moving back into the ledges and the main points. I went ahead and used the other 3 rods, which is the cranking rod, the Texas rig or Carolina rig, and the heavy shaky head. And they work very good for me this summer. I hope they work for you. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment at the bottom. Tell me about your setups. Tell me the setups that you like to use and the ones that work for you. And that way we can establish some communication. I might try some of the stuff that you're using. And don't forget to hit that bell. Thank you for dropping by, taking a look at my videos. Come back. Make sure you let your friends know and share this video. Thank you again. Have a good one. Tight lines.